Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the new Mythic Plus Affix for Season 2 Mythic Pluses, which as of now is in a couple of weeks, and it's called Reaping. We already knew what it was called, and we kind of knew what it did, but it's in testing now, so now we know exactly what it does. So basically, as you kill mobs in a Mythic Plus, your bar fills up until you get to 100%. You have to fill that to 100% to finish the Mythic Plus, as well as kill all the bosses, of course. So what's kind of cool is about this fix is every 20% the mobs that you kill basically get resurrected by Bonsandi and they come and attack you in waves. So everything you kill from 0 to 20% comes alive and it comes at you in a wave. Everything you kill from 20 to 40 comes at you when you hit 40. Everything that you kill from 40 to 60 comes at you when you hit 60, etc., etc. There is one cool thing I noticed at the end when reading about this is that when you get to let's say you kill the boss and you still have like 98, you're only at 98%. When you finish off that last 2%, the dungeon just ends. So that's something that they could hotfix, of course. But as of now, that's a way to get rid of an entire wave by doing the final boss before you kill the mobs. You could also you could also technically, if there is a way to get to bosses without killing trash in certain dungeons, off the top of my head, I can't really think of any. But if you could skip a ton of trash, you could actually if you could do it before the 80%. So if you could do 79%, kill the final boss and then go kill him. As of right now, it sounds like you would be able to skip two waves. So I'm not positive on that, but that's kind of what it seems like. Although maybe you're just skipping the one wave because it completely ends the dungeon. So that could be it too. So that's just pure speculation by me. But let's go on more to what we actually know. Um, there's some little a few facts we do know about the reaping mobs. They don't count towards your trash count. So when you kill the mobs between 20%, you don't get like even 1% more towards your 40% towards your next percentage point or whatever. So they do not count towards your trash kills. They do not have true sight. You can be stealth, um, or you shout them out to drop combat. So that's good. If you wipe to get a combat with them, they will reset the location, and they have a gigantic aggro range, so they will run after you. All live reaping ads will also automatically pull the next reaping wave. So if you do some kind of vanish, everybody drops combat somehow. The next wave that spawns will pull the rest of them. So you'd have to be prepared to do it at each time, which I'm sure people are going to find a way to do, and maybe they will hotfix that as well. They're not affected by the Sanguine affix. Um, and they found out you can hit them with the heavy cannons and Tolgar. I'm getting these facts from Wowhead, by the way. These are not facts that I did myself. There's three different types of reaping NPCs, so they're risen into three different types of things. So the stuff you kill, only it doesn't come back as what you killed it as. It comes back as three different things. There's Risen Soul, Tormented Soul, and Lost Soul. Risen Soul have passive Risen Soul and do nothing but melee. And that's just successful melee attacks cause Reap Soul. Deals 2% of players' maximum health every 3 seconds and stacks. So basically, you just don't want them to melee you. So you want to kite them if possible. Tormented Soul, they cast Grave Bolt, 5-second long cast and can be interrupted. If successfully cast, it deals 25%. So right now we have Risen Soul, which needs kited, Tormented Soul, which needs interrupted, and then a Lost Soul does Shadow Smash. Any player hit has their maximum health reduced by 20% for a minute. When the Lost Soul dies, it casts Expel Soul, summoning lots of swirls on the ground. If you get hit by these, you have damage and healing reduced by 10% for 30 seconds. So you definitely don't want your healer to get hit. You don't want anyone to get hit by it, frankly. But and the damage and healing actually stacks per hit. So if you just take a bunch of swirlies, yeah, you could be in big trouble there. So they basically just a dodge mechanic there. The last thing I wanted to mention about it is I think this is kind of the coolest thing. This is for casuals mostly. I mean, it's for everybody, frankly. But it's a to get more people in there, I think, and I think this will be good because I've been in some really bad pugs that I think if this was in, they would have finished the dungeon. So let's say you run out of the time or whatever, you can talk to Bonsandi, who's now in the dungeon. He's the one resing the stuff for the reaping stuff. You can talk to him, and you can get a damage and health buff by 20% for the remainder of the dungeon. I don't know if that's healing too. It just says damage and health here. It could be healing as well. and you get so basically this super strong buff just so you can finish the dungeon, and it puts a 2 hour debuff on you, so that way you can't just go into another dungeon and do it too. Um, you won't be able to just constantly do it. You'll be able to do it every couple hours, but yeah, they're basically time gating it. So if you're going to use this buff, you're not going to do one more than every 2 hours basically. But it's still a really kind of cool thing, and I think it's absolutely awesome that they put that in. So it's just a way for people to be able to finish their dungeon and finish their key, instead of just having to just give up, as so many groups have to do right now. So again, it can be for anybody. Anybody who just wants to finish their key, just bring a group of people and you don't know, or it can be for casual. So that's pretty cool as well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this affix. I like it more than Infested personally. I felt Infested was really easy by the end of it because everyone was doing so much damage compared to their health. But at the beginning of it, I really didn't like Infested. It seemed like a lot of worry to make sure those things died really quick. Although I can't, I'm not saying it was super hard, but this one just seems kind of more cool, than Infested. So hopefully they keep working on those, but I like it a lot. So from what I've read, we'll see when I actually get in there and do it. But yeah, subscribe if you learned anything or enjoy the channel at all. It helps me out a lot. And yeah, other than that, everybody have a good one.